These are the dominant seventh chords without alteration on the 1, 3, 5, 6 string family on A. We'll start with basic A7, A, E, C sharp, and G. And of course the voices can be exchanged so that the G is in the bass and the A switches to the top voice, which is sort of an A over G. A suspended fourth is good if the C sharp goes to D temporarily. Also, an A with an added 9, which gives you a B 11th. And of course that can move to the A11 too. So B, F sharp, C sharp, and A can plane down the whole step. A, E, B, and G. E goes to D, giving you an A11. And that's a G over A, D, B, and G. The D goes to C sharp, A, C sharp, B, and G. Sort of an A9, outer voices. Switch, G, C sharp, B, and A. So that is a good place to start for the root position. Also here, we've seen this voicing before. A, E, D, and B. We can move the top voice to C sharp to give you a third and a fourth. So we can see that E minor type sounds work generally. So we have B, E, D, and A, and maybe moving the A to a G. So it's loosely related to E minor. And if we move to the C sharp, we now have C sharp, G, E, and B. So it's a C sharp minor 7 flat 5, which is an A9. Top voice moves to the A. And that's a possibility. Also, going back to getting a ninth chord here, this is a C sharp minor 7 flat 5 as well. G, E, C sharp, and B. And that's a very good dominant type sound. Moving ahead and moving upwards, we have a C sharp minor 11 with a flat 5, a C sharp, G, F sharp, and an E. So that has a sort of a 9th and a 13th type sound on A. Move the top voice to B, and we have C sharp, G, F sharp, and B, and that again has a 9th chord or a 13th chord type sound. Here's the natural A7, C sharp, A, G, and E. You can move up to F sharp and the top to give a 13th sound, maybe even to the 4th. So voice exchange, C sharp and D. And then of course D, A, G, and E. And sort of moving ahead to an E minor type sound, which provides sort of a suspended A7 sound. So E, B, A, and F sharp to G. E, B, F sharp, and G, swapping for G to F sharp, the outer two voices, to kind of provide a setup for the A7 sort of sound. And those can be walked down too. Sort of this. So, going all the way down, you can see sort of planing. With that sort of a sound, and then moving it down to even a B minor with the C sharp, and then moving that to the A. And then finally to the A7 proper. Okay, so those voicings can plane their way down the fretboard. Also on E, E, A, G, and F sharp is okay there, besides E, A, G, and C sharp, obviously, which is a straight A7. Also moving our way up, we have E, C sharp, G, and A. And if we swap the G and A, we make it A and G. And we get a standard A7 sound. We can move the sharp to D to get a suspended. They all have that A7 sort of sound. G, C sharp, A, and F sharp. Sort of a 13th sound. And then of course going backwards, G, C sharp, A, and E, maybe moving the top voice down to D, and again planing our way down to like a B minor 7 sound. F sharp, B, A, and D, planing. E, A, G, and F sharp, moving to the C sharp. What should be noted here too is a G major 7 with a sharp 11 is related to this chord sound too. So these sorts of sounds, D, G, F sharp, and E, but then moving the top voice to C sharp. So you got G, D, G, C, F sharp, and C sharp. So those are related, just like this is when we had the A9 sound, A, C sharp, B, and G. Going to F sharp. If we swap them out, we can see it looks like a G major 7, G, C sharp, B, and A with a raised 11th, and with its resolution. So resolving to D. So that's a good starting point for the dominant 7th chords on 1, 3, 5, 6 without alteration on the tonic note A.